let us receive the first aspirant for the 2025-2026 general election, Mr. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Tibuhaburwa. And the protocol will lead the aspirant to his seat. We may take our seats, please. Let's take our seats, please. And Lord Chair, I hand over to you. To proceed.
Thank you. Well, we are informed the first aspirant is here. Can we have his nomination papers presented to the chairman, who is the returning officer for presidential nominations? Can pass them over.
So for the people that are watching what is happening here, the nomination paper of the aspirant is being verified by the commission. Commission is checking for the declaration of consent by the aspirant. Commission is checking for proof of minimum formal education of advanced level standard or senior 6. The commission is checking for proof of registration as a voter and for the proposer and the seconder. The commission is also checking that the right photos for purposes of the ballot paper have been attached. The Commission will also be checking and is checking for compliance with Section 10 of the Presidential Elections Act, Section 10(1), Section 10, subsection Clause 3 of the Presidential Elections Act, which speaks to the proof that the aspirant submitted the required number of supporters, at least 100 from 2/3 of the districts in Uganda, the minimum of those being coming to 98 districts, and the minimum number of those supporters being 9,800. And the Commission also check to confirm that the aspirant has paid the non-refundable fee of 20 million Uganda shillings. And checking as well to see that in the checklist there has been an appointment of the official agent. So that is what is happening for the interest of those seated here, our guests, and those that are following this exercise from wherever you are in the country and beyond. So there is a team here, as you can see, the team of the staff of the Commission that are checking all those particulars as has been outlined.
kiseera kino bwagenda maaso n'okubanga atulaba abannakisinde ekya Patriotic League of Uganda basimbudde okwolekera wali ekololo era nga bwogenda maaso n'okubanga olaba nga bakulembeddwamu National Vice Chairman ow'ekisinde ki Patriotic League of Uganda ate ne Head of Mobilization Hon. Michael Mawanda saako ne bannakisinde kino okuva mu bitundu ebyenjawulo nga basimbudde wano inaggulu bagenda okuba nga batambula nga balina oluseregende of course olw'emmotoka piki n'abantu abalala nga bwe tugenda okuba nga tukulaga ekifaananyi naye nga n'essanyu nalyo likyagenda mu maaso balaga okutambula kuno ogenda kwenda kutya bagenda mu maaso n'okuba nga balaga essanyu nga bagenda okuba nga batambula naffe weetuli okulaba tubalaga enteekateeka eno nga bwegenda okuba nga etambula. Njagala nga tuli butalevu ku Soul TV soko gy'otubulire owulira otya onoomalako okutambula.
Amanya bampita Mole Mukidi tuli wano leero ku nomination day ya president waffe Jjajja Omubwati nga team PLU tusazeewo okutambula mpaka kisaawe twagala laavu kulaga abantu laavu muzeeyi tumwagala 100 ku 100 ate tugenda kumuwa obululu mwena mujjeko ololo tubakunga emwe wooli tukwagala president waffe mujja
contain all
we're here
the electoral
to represent our
laws.
president. Everyone, east, west, north, south, show up for our president. MK.
tweyanze gwagenda maaso n'okubanga tulaba oba otunulira ekiri wano emabega wange akadodi kagenda mu maaso n'okubanga akavuga nga bannakisinde kino ekya Patriotic League of Uganda nga beteekateeka okubanga basimbula nga bwe twakulaze wali naye nga kyendabyeko ekirala ye tight security eriwo okulaba nti bagenda kuba bayambako n'okukuuma of course bano bannayuganda bagenda okubanga batambula mu bitundu ebyenjawulo nga bwagenda mu maaso n'okubanga olaba twagala tugenda kubanga tukuweereza ku kitebe kya iti ate tukuwa ekiri wano kukereyo ne procession oba olugendo lwabwe nga bwegenda okubanga ekifaananyi kyetugenda mu maaso n'okubanga tukusigira wagenda mu maaso n'okubanga atulaba.
Therefore, I, Justice Byabakama Mugenyi Simon, being the returning officer for the nomination of presidential candidates, declare Museveni Yoweri Tuhaburwa Kaguta a duly nominated candidate in respect of the presidential elections 2026, he having fulfilled the nomination requirements under the Presidential Elections Act, Chapter 179. Okay. You can withhold those celebrations until later. Now we require the candidate or his appointed agent to come and sign this declaration. Which was supposed to be. As duly nominated candidate, Museveni Yoweri Tuhaburwa Kaguta, you will be required to A, appoint an official agent who will coordinate your campaign meetings and media program, and also attend meetings on your behalf where necessary. Secondly, you will avail the commission with a schedule of your campaign meetings and media program as soon as practicable to facilitate the smooth harmonization of all the candidates' campaign programs countrywide. And thirdly, you will sign a memorandum of understanding with the Electoral Commission on compliance with the harmonized campaign program timelines and guidelines. The law requires that upon nomination, the Electoral Commission shall avail the National Voters Register in a soft copy to the candidate. I hereby hand over the National Voters Register in soft copy form to your agent. After the business here, there are other two functions. One, we shall hand over to you your security vehicle. Secondly, you also address the press or the media in a designated area where you'll be ready to, if you want. I think that is all for now. Thank you. Can we now go and hand over the security vehicle to the candidate? Congratulations upon your nomination.
Members of the press, please get to the places where the place for the interview. Somebody is there to the protocol team, the commission leading the candidate now to his security detail, his security vehicle.
So now, tugenda kuli mutente.
Yes. That's the tent. Our dear guests who are with us this morning, we've just witnessed the declaration of the first nominated candidate, who is sponsored by the National Resistance Movement Party. The nomination exercise continues. We're waiting to receive the second aspirant, who will be taken through a similar procedure. So we want to thank you for coming in and for giving us this time. Our nominations go on up to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. As we await to receive the commission back, we want you to feel at home, feel at the Electoral Commission. Thank you very much. DJ, you can give us appropriate interval music as we cross over into the next activity. Thank you very much.
Actually in place. So what is going on right now, he is actually ensuring that he gets that car that is going to use Kataham 7
Agenda maaso n'okubanga tulaba ku Soul TV anjagala kutegeeza nti ekifaananyi kyogenda maaso n'okubanga olaba ate ekyo kikuweereza nga tusinziira wano ku kkubo eriva enaggulu ku Secret era nga tukikuweereza butereevu nnyo tulaba nti ekifaananyi kino osobola okubanga obaako kyogenda maaso n'okubanga osubwa ogenda maaso n'okubanga atola mu kiseera kino. Saawa zino agenda maaso n'okubanga tulaba twolekera ekololo nga tuli ne bannakisinde ekya Patriotic League of Uganda era nga tukulembeddwamu aba boda nga bano bakulembeddwamu mobilizer oba akulira okukunga mu kisinde kya Patriotic League of Uganda Honorable Michael Mawanda ate nga ali ne National Vice Chairman Luwagira Michael Toyota Kaguta nga saawa zino tuli ku Gogo bypass wetutambulira okuva ddala wali ku kisinde oba office z'ekisinde ekya Patriotic League of Uganda then abolekere wali enagulu agenda kubanga bita basale baite wali katikati bambuke ekololo bayenteekateeka yaabwe era nga kyetuba tugenda maaso n'okubanga tukuweereza.
Vice Chairman Haji Gongo, Second Vice Chairperson Anita Mong, all the other Vice Chairpersons, members of SEC, all the other supporters of and the leaders of NRM who are here, and those who are listening. I thank the Electoral Commission for doing the detailed work of studying the documents and approving our candidacy, our candidature. It's a lot of work, a lot of paperwork. I congratulate them. I congratulate the Electoral Commission. I want to thank the NRM members for again showing trust in me and electing me as the NRM chairperson for the period 1925-1931 and also for the flag bearer for the period 1926-1931. As we have discussed in our inner organs, but before I talk about the future, I hope nobody will accuse the Electoral Commission for campaigning for me. When they selected this site here, what I challenged the NRM media team to do is to go and get a satellite picture of 1986, if they can, of this area. Sometimes those pictures are there. Get a satellite picture of this area, this area, which they call Ruboa, Weza, they mix them up. This whole area, up to Wewaja, if they could get the satellite pictures of 1986 of these areas, and now, then you would not have to campaign much, you just show. You Gen Z people, these are Gen Z, Gen Z, Gen Z. The Gen Z is my comrades, my supporters. You should see that picture of 1986 here. This was a coffee shamba here. That's why they call it Ruboa Estate. It was a coffee shamba owned by a British company called Mitchell Courts. Now when you come here, it's amazing. If you, all the way you can see. A satellite picture of 1986 and now would speak many words rather than just talking. And the whole of, if you want to show the whole of Kampala, 1986 from the satellite, and now, just the picture. So where we are moving to now is to, again, convince the people of Uganda of what has been achieved in the past and what we are planning to do now. At Kololo, I will say more in the afternoon, but really we have got two major thrusts. Thrust number one is to work with the middle class and the investors from outside to completely transform Uganda from a lower middle income country, which we are now. We are no longer a least developed country, we are now a lower middle income country, to high middle income country moving towards first world country. I think the idea that in this Sanja, which you are now concluding, if you check the figures, the GDP of Uganda has doubled, apparently. I had not bothered to check that, but they pointed it out. That at the end of the last Sanja, we were like 34 billion. We are now 66 billion. It's really, I don't know why NRM doesn't talk more about some of these things, because they are really remarkable. To double the size of GDP in one term is not a mean achievement. And this is what we intend to do in this coming term. And things are now much faster because we have everything that we didn't have in the past. We have electricity. We have the roads, although we need to repair some of the others. We have the telephones. We have the manpower, the educated people. We have the peace. That's why we are being flooded with more investments. Because people in the world are looking for a peaceful area, a peaceful and profitable area where to invest. That's why there's one of our Asian people, the one who was heading the Uganda Indian Association, I've forgotten his name, but he always tells me about Uganda being a land of the 3 Ps. Peaceful, profitable, and something else, 3 Ps. Peaceful, profitable, and some other third one. It has got everything. They are coming because there is peace. But on the other side, we, the NRM people, need to ensure that all our population layers get involved. This is where we have some challenges. And this is where we need to address what I always call the mass issues, the issues of the masses. Number one, everybody to be involved in the money economy with the Kibaro. That's number one. Number two, education. Free education for our children of the poor in government schools. For all children in the government schools. The rich ones can take their children to private schools. Number three, the roads. Making sure that the tarmac roads are repaired on time so that we don't have to lose time and then get potholes and then come late and do so more expensively. but also the Maram roads are maintained. And the money is always sent. The next one, health, the health. The immunization is doing very well, but the curative side sometimes has problems. Ensure that the drugs are there, are not stolen. The issue of water, safe water for all the villages, that must be concluded. Then crime. There is peace in the country. There is no war. The army cannot allow that. But there is a bit of crime and impunity. Criminals who are not handled because of some corruption among the people involved. The NRM structures need to come out and help expose crime and hold accountable all the criminals. And then getting rid of corruption. These ones will help all our people to enjoy the transformation going on in Uganda. It's not good for the middle class to do well, as you can see, because all these people who have built these houses here, you can see from far beyond Webaja, areas which were bush are now high-value properties. They are owned by some people, the middle class. But we want the wananchi, all the wananchi, to benefit. So this is the double mission in the coming Kisanja. Continue empowering the middle class, the investors, whether local or from outside, but make sure that the masses are all involved. I thank you. We shall say more as we go along. I thank you, and I wish everybody good luck.
At your discretion, you may wish to take some questions, if you may. Yes, you come here.
5 questions.
Thank you. So you say your media house?
Or to be fair, 6. 3 for boys, 3 for girls.
Thank you. Mr. Kaya, straight to the point. You say your name, your media house, and straight to the point with one question.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Tera Kaya is my name. Kulwaba pizza antiboka nchibuze mu Uganda. Your Excellency, mu myaka gino waliwo abantu bangi abakyagobwa ku ttaka naddala abakadde babakoonedde amayumba. Waliwo ne mukono eyo eyali omulwanyi wo Musa Mwanje, family eri displaced. Ensonga y'ettaka naddala mu Buganda ogenda gitunulira otya?
Ensonga y'ettaka faba NRM twagikolokodda musiye n'omuteeka erifuga ettaka eryajja luvannyuma twalemerawo ne tugamba nti ow'ekibanja talina kugobebwa ate obusuulu bulina okubeera kw'ekikomo. Kati abo bonna bye bakola bimenya amateeka. Awo wenenyeza ba RDCs bange tebandikiriza ekyo kubeera okubanga ebiragiro tebikiriza omuntu yenna kugoba ow'ekibanja oba okumutemako ekibanja ekyo. Olusalo olwo twaluwangula dda mu biragiro. Soma ebiragiro, bamwita Kaya, osoma ebiragiro by'ettaka olabe ow'ettaka takkirizibwa kugoba ow'ekibanja. Babikola mu bumenyi bw'amateeka. And because kati kyemukola mulonde ababaka ba NRM kubanga abo abasirikire bya mbiyoni ebyo buwekenenya ugenda kusanga bano bemwaleta abalala abali ku byabwe ate ne bwe twali tulwana mu by'ettaka baali batuwakanya bali tebagala kulwana kuwa ekibanja ffe tulemera kuwa ekibanja soma ekiragiro ky'ettaka nga bwekiri tekikiriza tokirizibwa kugobawo ekibanja tokirizibwa kumutemako ekitundu ky'ekibanja kye ate obusuulu buliko ekikomo ate gavumenti minister of lands yabukiriza si bw'amaanyi abamataka b'emulugonyo olwo ne bagamba nti siringi 10,000 lwokka olwaliwo mu budde obwo nti terulina makulu ne mbagamba nti temulaba abaserikale bankubira salute eriko sente meka obusuula obwo salute yokka nti sebe nkutegedde olusalo olwo twalwana ne tulwangula banambozi bali babalimba wano nti bebagamba nti ettaka lya Buganda lyabasenze si abamayiro bokka. So the issue is implementation, not the law, because we handled it.
Shamim.
Thank you, Mr. President. I am Shamim Nabakoza. I work
Secretariat or HBA the Patriotic League of Uganda, era bagendera okutukira ekololo ng'ate namungi waba wakisibano ng'abegase ekyo ekifaananyi kye tugenda mu maaso n'okubanga tukuweereza twagenda mu maaso n'okubanga tulaba. Baba semukora kati okagenda maaso n'okubanga tulaba ku Sol TV ekifaananyi tugenda maaso n'okubanga tukuweereza tutuuse ku luguudo olwa katikati nga twambuka ku kisaawe ekololo awali emikolo emikulu era ng'omukulembeze w'eggwanga agenda kubanga ayogerako eri abawagizi be oluvannyuma lw'okumaliriza okukakasibwa ekibiina ekitwala ebyokulonda akakiiko oluvannyuma lw'okukakasibwa akakiiko akatwala ebyokulonda aka Electoral Commission nga omu oba munnakibiina ekya NRM agenda okubanga abakwatira bendera ku kyokuvuganya obwa pulezidenti era nga abawagizi babano bambuka oluguudo lwonna lukwatiridde okuviira ddala wali ekatikati okwambuka wali ekololo so kyekifaananyi kyengenda maaso n'okubanga nga nkuweereza wagenda maaso n'okubanga atulaba so mujja kunzikiriza wano nja kubanga mbalaga njagala kutegeeza nti amakubo agasinga agayingira ekololo agasinga go gakyagenda maaso n'okubanga gaggalwa era nga ab'ebyokwerinda nabo bakyaliwo ekifaananyi kyengenda maaso n'okubanga nkulaga bodaboda ez'aba PLU n'ez'abantu aba bulijjo nazo weeziri Honorable Michael Mawanda ne ttiimu ne bano bakulembedde bagenda maaso n'okubanga batambula era nga kyekifaananyi kyetugenda maaso n'okubanga tukuweereza bagenda maaso n'okubanga tulaba ku Soul TV. Batambudde n'akukujjukiza wali nga tusimbula nti omusumba wa House of Prayer yabasabidde esaala yabasimbudde bane ne batandika paka okutuuka wano
bagala 80% for Muzeyi Museveni 80% for Muzeyi order for our chairman General MK katika bagala tugenda kunominatinga
Fana tugenda maaso n'okubanga tukuweereza tutuuse wano of course ekololo ekiriwo nti amakubo agamu agakyali makale naye ngenda kulwanako okulaba nti mbanyonyola n'okubalaga ekifaananyi kikyekiro wagenda maaso n'okubanga tulaba ebyokwerinda ebiri wano byo binywevu nnyo era njagala kutegeeza nti bwe kyoba olina okukola olina okubanga weekuumira ku Soul TV ekiri wano nti buli muntu yenna solongazi olimu nakinde kino bakukkiriza okubanga oyingira ng'ekifaananyi kino akitugenda maaso n'okubanga atukusiigira wagenda maaso n'okubanga tulaba Soul TV nga bwe nakutegeezeza nti amakubo agamu magale obukosi wano wetutuuse ate ebyokwerinda byo byongeddwamu okunywezebwa ekitegeeza nti bajja okutukkiriza abo banayingira mu ddembe si kuyingira ate nga mukola effujjo so kyekyo ekifaananyi kyengenda maaso n'okubanga nkusiigira naye nga foonaawo njagala kutegeeza nti bannakisinde kino bamaze okubanga basala okuyingira wano ekololo naye wadde nga tebanaba kubanga batuuka munda ebyokwerinda maaso n'okubanga bigezaako okubaako egatangira olwa ebyokwerinda Atulaba ku Soul TV ekifaananyi tugenda kulwana mpolampola okulaba nga tukikuweereza naye ekiri wano okwesindika bwesindisi kasindikagana kennyini okulaba nti tuyingira wano era bw'oba toweenywezezza njagala kutegeeza
number 2 manufacturing and artisanship number 3 commercial agriculture number 4 there is no other way. If anybody tells you there's another way of how the young, whether you are young or old or ancient or modern, these are 4. If there's anybody who knows another sector, I have forgotten. Of course, there is government service, public service, but it is also a service. You hear they call it public service. There's also political service, politicians. That is also a service. But the problem with the public service is that the jobs are very limited. The whole public service is 480,000. All of them, soldiers, policemen, spies, rumor mongers working for the government, corrupt civil servants, all of them together, 480,000. Population of Uganda is 46 million. How can the government be a solution? It's not a solution. That's why we've been telling you that even where we are now, manufacturing is employing 1.2 million people. That is almost 3 times compared to what the government is employing. Services are employing 5 million people. The agriculture is employing 3.6 million. But I have told you, I've given the example of Nyakana or Fort Portal, who is using 1 acre in commercial agriculture with the Chivaro, and he's getting very good money, and he's employing 15 people. And I've told you that if people with 1 acre, 7 million of them, if each one employed 15 people, it would create 105 million jobs, more jobs than all the Ugandans. And it can happen. That's what happens to you people when you go to China, to Japan to do HAU. You get jobs which the Japanese are not doing. They don't have enough people to do those jobs. Here we can do it here. If you listen to our message, the 4 sectors, I challenge anybody in Uganda, abroad, or wherever, tell me the other sector which I have forgotten. And wherever the sector, you tell me. Challenge them. You put it on the radio and say, Museveni has challenged the people. If you know another sector has forgotten, bring it up. So, this is the answer for those young people. When you say young people, I am a former young person. Don't you see me here? Young people. We have seen young people since time immemorial. I am a former young person. So I know how to be young, I know how to be middle age, I now know also how to be old. I know everything. So please, when you find our children going to Dubai, what are you going to do in Dubai? Here we have got more potential for more jobs than the Dubais can have. We've got everything here. Muleko obugaga wano nimugende okukola ng'abaddu gye mugenda. Nze sifuluma, there's UN now, there's something UN is going on. Nze ndi wano mbyange. Fortunately, I've got my young people, they are there in the UN. I can send you there to the UN. Nze ndi wano. Okay, how many remaining?
Oweekitiibwa President, Shamshad Naluja.
The other man, Julius Muchunguzi, is now doing some work. He has been around for some time, rumor mongering. Ani muzukuru?
Nalongo Shamshad Naluja okuva ku Kede TV. Olw'abantu bawansi ngenda kozesa Luganda. Kati ekibuuzo kyange kiri abasawo ku muwendo gw'abasawo gwe tulina mutono ddala naddala basawo abalabirira abaana abazaalibwa nga tebannatuuka ekiviirako ba mothers abamu okufiirwa abaana baabwe oba oluusi n'obulamu bwabwe n'ebiba byennyininyini incubators eziteekebwamu abaana bano nga baakazaalibwa tulina ntono naddala mu government facilities mu kino ekisanja ekitandika Mr. President, ogenda kukola atya ensonga eno okulaba ng'ogitereeza bulungi?
To explain it well, I may have to use English. Narongo will have to forgive me.
It's okay, Mr. President.
Because the NRM health plan is integrated. Because we came from the rural areas when we were fighting. That's why we started with prevention. But some people don't concentrate on it. And the prevention meant you take the health care up to the sub-county. Have a health center 3 there. That health center does immunization, which is doing very well. That's why you are all here. You show me an NRM child who is lame because of polio. Because of the immunization. And this is just one element of prevention, just immunization. But the problem is that you don't listen to the message of the NRM. Suppose you added nutrition, just educating the people what to eat, what to eat, what to eat, what to eat. And you added hygiene, and you added careful lifestyle. You don't go for alcohol, you don't go for umaraya. And we dealt with malaria, sleeping under the bed nets. How many diseases would remain? Because most of the diseases are covered. Now, the obstetrics you are talking about, if you go to the health center 3, if you do antenatal, they call it antenatal, they would have seen your baby inside the womb, how the baby is. But people don't do that. So, when we started, the health center cities were supposed to be 1 per sub-county. At that time, we had like 2,000 sub-counties. I'm sure I have not checked. But if you check, you may find that all the old sub-counties already now have health center 3, the old ones. The ones they say don't have are the new ones. I will check it. And the reason we selected the sub-county is that it is because I know what a sub-county is. I know the ones of Ankole, I know the ones in Ruero here, like Semuto, Gobakuzarawa, Nalongo.
Masaka Sera.
Masaka sijimanyi bulungi abana buddu abo nabayita mbuyisi. Naye Ruero, Jemanyi. If you take like Semuto sub-county, from Semuto to the boundary with Makurubita, just 2 miles, Mawale. From there to the boundary with Kapeka, like 3 miles. So the reason we said health center 3 at the sub-county, you could even walk to the sub-county, you didn't even have to use means. But people don't concentrate on this. They don't listen, they don't. So if there was this proper antenatal, a lot of those problems could be avoided. But I have heard your statement about the premature and the incubators and all that. I will check. That one I don't want to talk about what I'm not sure about.
Thank you so much.
But I can tell you, if we use the prevention, you get rid of 70% of the sicknesses. Yeah. The last one.
Neyanza nyo His Excellency amanya nze mwesigwa David nga nkola ne Galaxy TV mugw'omukaaga lwe nali mu State House. His Excellency natuusa report gye wali nga nkugamba nti amalwaliro naddala ery'emukono Kayunga ne Namuganga Health Center sire mulimu obuze bugamba nti mu ddwaliro ly'emukono General Hospital sawa mwezi tuuka sawa 10 kiba katako kubaga muveeyo ku bitanda mugende ebweru ne wekanga omwana yazaddwa nga ali mu mbeera ennungi ng'afunye ammonia kusensuleta report endala Kayunga General Hospital oxygen plants zaazikira ka system mwaka mulamba n'ekitundu nenkuleetera Namuganga Health Center 3 nti eddwaliro ddamba lina abasawo 4 naye weekend tekola. His Excellency n'osuubiza nti ogenda kukikwatako. Naye since then ne kakati tetulabangako kigenda mu maaso. Abakazi bakyeyongera kuzaalira wansi ekyo kimu. Ekyokubiri weeyongeddeko n'omuze nti omwana omukazi yandibadde n'amaanyi
amanyago ani
amanya nze mwesigwa David nga nkola ne Galaxy TV.
Simanyi oba mwesigwa nampayiriza simanyi kubanga siteera kwerabira but I don't remember very well. But fortunately now, Tochimye wetukide Mwesugwa kati. Nabanja liao. Nabanja ingira musonga ya Mwesugwa munango ntwase Mwesugwa. Kubanga obampires kubanga sibijukira bulungi. But Mwesugwa, you see what you are saying. Omanyize kindabyo wano mu Uganda kunyoma. Simenya kunyoma obutafayo obutawuliriza Mwesugwa soko wulirize unakolagana nabanja rubanyu. Simanyi oba kunyoma oba ki kubanga owulira Mwesugwa byagamba omujuzo oguli mu district hospital Mukono Jagamba is already a district hospital. Kayunga is a district hospital. The plan was decentralize all those problems. Okusora kulbaraza okusala in the veranda. It's because the plan was never listened to. Because how many people are giving birth in a sub-county? They are not the same numbers when you gather to, you bring all the Bakunja, you bring all the other people, they all come to Mukono. The number is bigger. So there's some issue of discipline. Mulago here, Mulago is supposed to be a referral hospital. But people turned it into a primary health care hospital. Omusuja which Dukano agenda Mulago. Even when we built Kawempe, we built this other one, Chirudu, said Mutandikire, Bona. So the issue of discipline, I think also the leaders don't insist. Because if there was, you count how many health centers I will check when I come in the afternoon on the rally. I will talk about it. How many health centers we have now? Do you know?
Yes, we have 1,553 health centers, 1,500.
And how many were the old sub-counties?
They were less than 1,000.
Yeah, no, they were like 1,200.
And then we have 230 health center 4s. Because where we put a health center 3, where we have health center 4, we don't put health center 3. So if you add 1,500 health center 3s, then 2,030 health center 4s, that gives you 1,700 sub-counties, each with a health unit.
Yes. So I can conclude here, Mwesugwa, and all of you, by giving you example of our time. Mom and myself, we were born in a place called Ruhama. Ruhama was together with Rwampara. They were one. It was all called Rwampara. Now that time, what they were calling a dispensary, what you can call Health Center 3, was only one in Chinoni. Now Chinoni is 25 miles from Tungamo, where we were born, and is 15 miles from Mbarara. And Rwampara would go from Mbarara on the way to Kabare up to mile 48. And we had only one health center, equivalent to one health center city. Now, all those sub-counties have health center cities. The ones over Rwampara, Muizi, Bugamba. Biaranga can check for me later on. You tell me how many health center cities are in Rwampara. The old Rwampara, which was Rwampara Rahama. How many are there now? I know that in our time it was one. So that was our strategy. Have more health centers so that you deal with all the prevention there. What should be going to the district hospital should be, we even provided for surgery at the health center 4. Surgery at health center 4. But they don't use it. Babuka. So they all come and... Thank you so much.
You asked for 6 and the last one is this one.
Oh.
Thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Arius Namugambe. I work with Channel 44. I will also ask mine in Uganda. Echange chikwata kubyanjigiriza. Wayogedde ku byenjigiriza ebyobwerere bye wateekawo naddala mu masomero aga primary naye mangi ku masomero gano mu byalo eyeewala abaana basomera wansi mu miti ate n'abasomesa ennaku zino babadde beekalakaasa nga tebasasulwa ssente bulungi netono ze balina obbasasula ate kumpi balina zikubira bikonde tebazifuna abaana bangi ennaku zino tebakyasoma abali mu